mean, I have plenty issues when people precisely dictate how much they want to collect before. It's not like you are selling the anointing.
You want to shake heavy table.
So
they flog me when I go to this topic. They have crucified me like Mala.
You know what the funny thing is? Manla is actually from Norway.
Really?
I promise you.
Okay, yes. From Scandinavia. Yes.
So wow. I mean, I don't know. Do some things now. I know certain things are slightly maybe the belief of the older generation is stronger, but that's part of the things we are benefiting now. Because they sometimes, they were hardcore. I mean, pastor, of all the fathers. But then now, we have school fees. We have...
I think this thing boils down to, number one, having a solid relationship with God.
Mm-hmm.
And from that relationship flows revelation.
Mm-hmm.
If your eyes... One of the things that has helped me over the years is that in the mercy of God, I don't know whether people were praying for me or there were people, but there was a time that my eyes just opened to the reality of our faith.
Okay.
It's not head knowledge. I have a relationship with God by His grace, and I have a revelation behind the things that I do. I tell people when it comes to money and charging and all, I don't put a blanket rule.
Yeah.
So I don't tell you because I'm doing this, you go and do this.
Yeah.
Paul speaking in, I think, 1 Corinthians 9, he says, I have a right, but I've not used the right. But I've not used my right.
Yeah.
So I tell them, look, when I think of what God has done for me, and the fact that He's raised me up from a dunghill and set me up with princes, and I understand also that when I'm being called to come and minister, it's not just people calling me. It is God actually saying, first and foremost, come and minister to me.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Number one ministry is unto God.
Yeah, okay.
And then secondly, to people.
Okay.
So my point is, if I get an invitation to come minister, and I have at the back of my mind, that's why I said it's revelation.
Mm-hmm.
If God is inviting me to come and minister, why should I charge Him?
Wow, I didn't see that one coming.
Do you understand?
Wait, so now let me ask you this one. They just promoted me. I told you on our WhatsApp message back and forth that we were doing. And so I'm in a new place now. And they are paying all the instrumentalists. Funny bit, I don't even know if they give offering or pay their tithes. Because, technically, I won't go into that one. But with the keyboardist, is probably one of the most disobedient person. If they call color, he will not wear the color that the rest of the choir members called. They said they were coming to minister at the camp, that the camp has a rule, everybody should shave their beard. He refused to shave. And I'm wondering, you are supposed to lead us into the presence of God with disobedience. How are we supposed to enter His courts with praise with your own disobedience and anger and whatever other issue? But I just got there. So...
Well,
I'm looking for a new keyboardist.
Hey, are you sacking our brother online?
No, I didn't sack him. I didn't sack him. Just have a backup.
I think with music, it's a very sensitive place.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm one who has been on both sides.
Okay.
So I also know that, there is a very holy balance we can draw. Okay. For instance, if we tell musicians not to have a hireling mentality.
Okay.
Now, if you studied keys in school, and that's your profession,
yes, sir.
It only makes sense
that
there is some sort of regime,
yes, sir,
for you.
It earns an income for you.
Now, but never forget that this particular job is not just like working in a bank. It's also a sacred job. You are ministering unto the Lord.
Yes, sir.
Don't see it like you are monetizing it, because there is a place where God rewards. For example, the Lord said to me, He said, walk with me by faith and you see what it means to be on my payroll.
Hey, because He will still pay.
If God pays you. So While in our church we have a system where we take care of our instrumentalists.
Yes, okay.
But again, we train them and we teach them to say, look, whatever you are giving or being paid or stipend is a stipend. So don't have an entitled mentality when it comes to God. Have a grace mentality. Okay. Have this servant heart mentality. Because, I mean, how can we really quantify your gift? How can we, measure this spiritual offering?
Yeah.
So whatever we are giving is just to encourage you, but the real rewarder is Him. So when you are dealing, don't deal with Him like a transaction.
Yeah.
Deal like someone with a servant's heart. And those who have listened have been blessed.
I like that. I like that. So you are saying I shouldn't sack the
No. I don't think so. I think the higher place will be to be patient and see.
Find out what might be the
Exactly.
undertone.
And you'll be shocked.
Yeah.
You would have a very mature, godly person who will become an ambassador, preaching this gospel we're sharing, of just trusting God.
I like that.
Because when we are transactional with God, you lose out on a lot of benefits.